Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Silke and in today's episode of the Ravenwood Shire series I will be giving you a tour of my base and everything I've built in the past 51 episodes of the Ravenwood Shire series. To start off, I am starting in my base house, the very first building that I built. I of course have my bedroom, which is on the upper floor of this building and has a view of the farm on the back side. And then we go downstairs to go into my living room. Here I also keep some chests with everything that I have collected from explorations, from mostly villages. I like to organize everything that I find quite meticulously, so you will see me do that here with some stuff that I still had from last week's exploration episode. I have a chest with armor, I have a chest with like special stuff, and then in a minute you will see me turn to the other side of the room, and here I have a little workspace, so with furnaces, a crafting table, and then a chest for things that I built but did not quite use yet. Then when you go outside on my base on the right, you have a differentiator between the farm and my village. The first house we're going to be visiting will be the house from the librarian. I have no villagers yet. That is a project that I'm hoping to complete for next year's episodes. But as you can see, I like to decorate the house in the style of the villager that I'm inspired by. So I have a big fireplace and some bookshelves going on in the librarian's house. Across from the librarian, we have the shepherd's house, which is quite a bit smaller, but I still managed to keep it quite cozy, with the loom next to the fireplace, and of course, the cozy beds. Then, as we continue onward into the village, we come by the marketplace. This is again a village project that I still have to complete. On the left side of this marketplace, we have the home of the armorer, weaponsmith, and toolsmith. All three of these villagers were combined into one house. Again, this has like a little living room. I like to imagine that the villagers do actually live in these houses. And upstairs, there is a small bedroom. I might actually have to add another couple beds in here because I have just realized that I only have 2 beds for 3 villagers. But that's a project that I can finish up in a later episode next year. Then as we go outside, I of course have the fireplace going for the making of the weapons and stuff. Then we have a mine project that I have not completed yet. In the very first couple of episodes, I stumbled across this giant cave, but I did not feel confident enough to go in yet. And as you may or may not know, I am not the bravest Minecraft player. In fact, I am not not brave at all. So I will try to muster up some courage before going in here alone. Yeah, this project will be something that I most likely will be putting off for a while. Then on the other side of the mine entrance, we have the mason's house, again with a little fireplace outside to do like the work. And then as you come inside, we have again a little fireplace with a living room. And upstairs there is a bedroom. I tried to make these houses as cozy as possible, given the space. I might update them later on. And I like to decorate it with lanterns, as you may see, but not all of them have that yet. So more updates will be coming on soon. As you continue on back towards the market, on the side of the librarian's house, we have the cartographer's house. Here I made the downstairs into like a little working area, like a little shop area, as you will. And then upstairs we have a living room and a bedroom, again with a fireplace, just because I love the look of them. And then when we go back downstairs, you can see it's like a little desk that you can sell things at. Then as we are going back outside, you will see me place a stone here, which is wrong, so I'll delete that real quick. And then we are off to the next building, which is the Cleric's Tower. I decided to make this a tower because a cleric always kind of gives me witchy vibes, especially with like the brewing stand and the making of the potions, so I thought this was like a fitting establishment for them. Upstairs in the tower, I even have like an overgrown ceiling, which I absolutely love the look of that. I am amazed at how good this one turned out. This is one of my favorite buildings that I have made in the past year. Then as we go back downstairs, you will see that we will continue on to the next house, which is the last house that's on the market, around like the marketplace. And this is the butcher's house. I have a little stable here that I still need to put an animal in. And then when you get inside, again, a little living room on the downstairs part, and then a bedroom with a fireplace on the upstairs part of this house. I actually love the views from this house. Amazing. Then as we continue on downstairs, we will continue into the rest of the village, which is away from the marketplace. Could only fit so many houses around the marketplace. And the first one is the fisherman's home. Again, this is one of my favorite buildings, purely for the part that you're gonna see after the bedroom here, which is like the fishing dock. I just absolutely adore the look of this. I also love that the lantern creates like a little water pool in the ice, so that the fisherman can actually go fishing if he wants to. When we will be going back inside in a moment, you will also spot that there is a giant painting of villagers, which I also love the idea of having them portray their family in like a picture in their home. Then next on, we have the farmer's house here, which I decided to keep quite simple, just one story, bedroom and living room. And then across from the farmer's house, I have like a little cabbage patch, but it's like with beetroot. I just enjoy having them be capable of farming. Then we are already in the next house, in the Fletcher's house. Again, love the view from up here. This one is quite small in terms of like the house itself, but I do have like an outside area, like a shooting range. I would like to imagine this being somewhere where they can shoot arrows and practice it. And then the last village house is of course the one from the leather worker with like the cauldron. Again, I decided to go for like a little desk area here next to the fireplace, and then I have the little bedroom and living room area kind of crammed together because I did not have any more space for this house to take up at the moment. Then for the last part of the village, so if you walk all the way towards this gate, we have like a little tree here. I want to decorate this a little bit more, maybe with some more bushes or something. And then we have like the entrance gate to the village. Then I'm going to be walking all the way back towards the marketplace again. Still need to do quite a bit. I'm just gonna sleep really quickly here. Still have to do quite a bit of work on the village, but I do enjoy having all the houses built. Something I'm really proud of. And then we are gonna go to bed for a little while, just to have the full effect of walking in the daylight and not at night. Although I do love walking at night, since the lanterns just give off the most amazing light. We will be going over there in a second. That is where there is a little surprise, if you can call it a surprise. If you've been following the series, you already know what I built there. And then we are onto the farm, basically, the farming part of my base. First, we have the chicken coop. This is, I think, the first animal building that I built. Might have been the second. And I really do love the chickens. They are amazing. I had a problem a couple episodes back where there were zombies, and quite a lot of them, in my chicken coop. but I did manage to fix that problem. It was because the hail next to it was touching the roof of the chicken coop, so I fixed that problem. Now they can no longer get into my base. Yeah, I love the idea of the chicken coop with like the little hut, and then the outside like a swimming pool. Although I don't know if chickens really do enjoy swimming. Then we have the mine, which I will go into in a second. And then here on the left side we have my storage room, which I expanded again quite a couple weeks ago, I think. I don't know why the copper golem was oxidizing, because I'm pretty sure I did already put wax on him, but I'm just gonna redo that. I do love the updates with the copper golems. I just like seeing them rummaging through all the chests, and I just absolutely adore how cute they are. I will still quickly empty out the exploration finds from last time. The golems cannot keep up with me. I do enjoy watching them work, but I think I may acquire more stuff than they can sort. I might have to get this one a little friend, like I did with the one in the mine. Whilst I'm sorting through these chests, I just wanted to explain quickly why I am putting out real life videos, so like in real time, in real speed. It's because when I was playing Minecraft before, I would always like to watch other people play Minecraft, but because their videos were sped up by the time I had built like a base house myself, they would have gone to like the Nether or defeated the Ender Dragon, and so that left me really unmotivated to keep going in my worlds, which is why I usually stopped after like building like a mine, a base, and another portal. That was usually when I stopped playing on my worlds, and so I'm really happy that for this world I decided to make real time videos so that I could keep on going, and I'm also very proud of going on with this series after going to the Nether, because that's usually the point where I stopped in my previous worlds. And of course, in my forever world, I did not want that to happen. So I am very, very proud of myself that I did continue with this series. I am now just finishing up with these last few bits here to put them away. And then afterwards we will be going outside to go and look at the other parts of the farm. The first stop on the opposite side of the warehouse is the sheep pen. As you see, I love sheep. I have very, very many. And there are two pink sheep in this pen to commemorate the two wild pink sheep that I found but did not bring home. It was during like one of the earlier exploration videos, I believe, and I just absolutely was baffled that I found two in the same episode, might I add. We have the cow pen, which has quite a few baby cows currently, as I'm trying to breed their numbers up again after a little bit of a rumble. And next up we have the actual farms. We have the part for the wheat, and then I have parts for potatoes and carrots as well. I have also decorated this with like firefly bushes. I just love the way this looks at night with all like the little dots that light up. We also have a sugarcane farm and a pumpkin patch to grow some much needed accessories. Then I have the llamas from the traveling trader that you just saw, that I still need to build a home for. And then there was an enderman in my pig pen, which I did not know how to get out of there because he did not show itself. The pig pen is one of the furthest parts of the base again. Then we have a gate that I still need to expand, but I'll probably put like the llama pen there. And then we have the tree farm, which is the biggest building, I believe, that I've made, well, above ground anyway, where I just keep growing my spruce trees. and that was also quite a project in and of itself. If you want, you can check up on those in previous episodes, of course. Then we're walking back all the way, so you can see like the cow farm, the tree farm, and here we have the mine. The mine is one of my favorite things to make. It's in between the warehouse and chicken coop, and I am absolutely in love with the design that I have in this world. When you go down, we have the first level, and then we have several more levels down as well. On the first level, there is a part on the left, which is a storage room. Again, I have like 2 copper golems in here. Sometimes the chests do glitch, like this one here, so they just keep open. I don't know why that happens. But there's 2 copper golems. You can see them rumbling through the chests, which I am absolutely in love with them. And again, these can also not keep up with the amount of stuff that I'm acquiring, so I might have to just leave them alone for a while. So when you walk back from like the storage room to the main part and all the way to the other side, we have a little bedroom with bookshelves, which is what I use when it's dark after mining session, so that there are no mobs outside. And on the opposite side of that, I have a mushroom farm that I realized I had light in, so they wouldn't be growing very much. I have 1 red one and 1 brown mushroom. Then the next part, so after the bedroom, I have the nether part of the mine with the nether portal as one of the central pieces. If you look across the hallways, you can see the nether portal and like the waterfall that I made in the storage room. And then I have a storage room for all the stuff from the nether, again with a little working area, some chests with stuff, a lava waterfall, because it is a nether themed storage room. Now, again, I absolutely love the design in here. The arches that I made are one of the favorite aspects of this design, and I am in love with everything. I also have like an unfinished room that you saw earlier, but I'm not quite sure what to do with that yet. Then when we go back to the main part, so you have like going out, and then when you go down, there is the main staircase on the right side here. You will see a little in between stop, which was not a planned stop, which has like a bunch of mines. This is mainly like a coal and iron mine type thing. And I have my lava farm here, which is an infinite lava source. The lava's up there, and then through the dripstone it collects into the cauldrons, which just keeps going, and so I have an infinite amount of lava to smelt things, basically to smelt ores and everything. Then when we are going back even further down into the mine, we will be arriving at a level 0. This is Y level 0. You have a little furnace, a little storage space, an unfinished hallway, and then also another mine shaft. So the intention is for the other side to look as well as this. And then you have a bunch of different like mine entrances. If you've watched one of the last episodes where I redid the hallways, then you will have noticed that I have a couple of mistakes in these hallways, and that there are a couple of false entrances basically in the hallways that you just have seen. I'll quickly mine this because my eye fell on this. I do love the fact that I have a geode. And I love collecting the crystals whenever I can, so I will just quickly do so before we of course will be continuing on with our tour of the mines. I love building the mines. It's one of my favorite projects to do in each world, and most of the time I will start a world and just build a mine in it because I love going through like all the stages of it. And then when we come back to the main part, the main staircase will continue on even further down. This will be going to Y level minus 56, which is, as everybody knows, diamond level in the later updates of Minecraft. So I have made my mine go all the way to -56, as you just saw on the screen. And here we have, again, 2 unfinished mine shafts and then 1 mine shaft that I have started digging in. It's crazy how many diamonds I've already gotten out of these. I still have to decorate this part as I did in the upper levels of the mine, but that will be projects for later episodes throughout next year, or maybe even the year after, I'm not sure yet. And so when we go all the way up, we will be going through the levels. I absolutely love the fact that I used deep slate in this mine. It just gives it such a dark feeling. The only thing I still want to do is add lanterns to pretty much everything. And there we spot a little golem again. They do not move fast, I will tell you that. I have filled up a lot of chests with stuff for them to sort. Might have to let them just sort for a little bit instead of going and putting in more. It is dark outside, so I will see and quickly try to go back, give you a little bit of a view. We will quickly go and sleep in our own main base house. And after we've done that, we of course have, I think, one more part left of this video, which is the little surprise that we mentioned earlier. So next to the base there is this little gate, and if you walk through the forest, you will see the mysterious hut, as I will call it, mysterious tower. Which is where my enchantment room is located. So you have like a little bedroom, a little living room, and of course a tower. It's the same design as the cleric's tower. And then we have the enchantment table, again with like the overgrown roof type feeling, which I absolutely adore. I think this is the favorite building, like without a doubt. The fact that there's like a hidden enchantment room up here with all my stuff, the bookshelves, it just makes my heart so happy that I have built this and that I can come up here to enchant my stuff. I mean, just look at the absolute vibes that this room is giving off. I am absolutely in love. In love with everything that I've built on this world. We will now be quickly going downstairs again and back into the main area of the base. After a last quick look, it was meant to be like a hidden thing, although I am hoping that more of the trees will grow in time, and otherwise I will make some more trees myself. When we're walking back to the main part of the village, and that means we are at the end of this tour. I do hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed building everything, enjoyed spending time with all of you, and I hope you did too. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you next year. I wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.